mind?
Practice.
Practice. Okay.
Consistency.
Okay, great. So I'm very happy. Even if a small iota of influence my words were able to affect on you, then I feel proud to have to see you again on the platform. Okay.
Thank
So,
you, sir.
and how has your journey been this time? Like, how are your sessions going? You have joined. I think you had a session with me, but I had to cancel it because
Yes.
yeah, nowadays I have a lot of things going on. I have too much on my plate, so sometimes it becomes inevitable. So I was very sorry for that, but yeah, I'm glad to see you now. So how is your journey this time around on the platform?
It's fine. I'm selecting only. I means I am connecting with selected tutors this time.
Okay.
So I have a few in my list. I always wait for their session or their time slot to connect with them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a very advisable thing to do. I would assume that's a prudent approach. If you have a wide plethora of tutors available, if you connect with each of them, a different tutor every day, your sense of continuity kind of gets disrupted. So if a tutor
Yes.
already understands your challenges and appreciates what your learning ambitions are, then it would be more convenient, right? It would behoove him more to be
Yes.
aligned with your goals. So, what
Yes.
should we discuss today? Should we go ahead and discuss our topic for discussion that has been assigned to us?
Oh, yes. I have prepared some notes for that topic
Really?
related to the topic.
Okay, wonderful. So, I would assume that you have perused the entire content. Okay, like you have read it carefully, right? You have just given it a glance, or have you perused it?
No, no, no. I just skimmed it, just
You
have a
skimmed.
rough idea. But I was aware of all vocabulary and all the things.
Okay, excellent. Have you picked up on some new words recently that you would like to share with me? Some new words or
Uh,
some new expressions in the previous sessions? I
I
keep
have
learning
today
new
I will
words.
share phrases related to weather.
Okay, so that seems very exciting. Okay, I would like to jump into that immediately. So how about we start with that?
First, we will discuss something about weather in a like what is the difference between climate and weather.
Okay, okay,
Few
let us
words
get.
related to hot weather or few words related to cold or rainy.
Sure, we can do it your way as well. All right, so tell me, what do you understand? What is the difference between weather and climate?
Weather is the situation of atmospheric factors.
Okay,
It can long for a hour or for a day or few hours. But
okay,
climate is the condition of weather, that is winds and humidity or temperature
okay.
for a longer period of time, for a couple of months or for a year also. That
Mhm.
is called climate.
Okay. So yeah, as you mentioned, the main thing separating climate from weather is basically the time period that it influences us. Weather is very capricious, right? Weather is very volatile. It can change from day to day, right?
Day to
Was there
day, hour
something?
to hour also.
Sure, yeah, hour to hour as
Yes,
well. Yeah.
yes,
So, but climate is of a more overarching estimation of climatic conditions, right? So when
yes.
I say that I love the climate of Bangalore, or if I say I love the weather of Bangalore, which sounds better to you? Which is more appropriate?
You love like Bangalore has same type of weather throughout, same type of climate throughout the year.
Mhm.
So you should say climate.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Yes. If, for example, almost throughout the year you experience some light rainfalls, you experience some drizzles during the morning hours or late in the night. So the weather becomes very pleasant, no matter whether it is the scorching heat of summer or whether it is, the start of winter. So yeah, it would be more appropriate to say that I like the climate of a particular place. The weather is,
Yes.
it's volatile, it's capricious, it changes from time to time. All right. So we have a few pictures here, I see. Right? Identify, you have to identify the weather conditions represented in this image. So how would you categorize the first
So
image?
one is thundering and lightning.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. other one is hazy or overcast. No, no, not hazy. It's overcast.
Over.
And
Very
third
good.
one is it's foggy, but mountains doesn't have fog. A mountain doesn't have. So it's windy, I can say. Means
No, why?
it's
Why do you say mountains don't have fog? In fact, mist and fog are very often found in mountainous regions. It's
no,
as
sir. On plains we have fog. On mountains we have clouds.
Oh, okay. No, even in mountainous regions, you can have fog. Fog is dependent upon the temperature and the humidity, right? And it's not really dependent upon altitude. So yeah, you sometimes because of altitude, you also see clouds. Clouds become much more accessible on a certain altitude, but you can also experience fog. I don't think that it is prohibitive to say that,
No, sir. We hardly see fog in mountains. Means I haven't seen fog in mountains.
okay. So let us give it a Google search. Okay, let us
Oh,
see.
no, I will go with your words.
No, I could be wrong about it also. I would also like to clear this confusion. So, can mountains have fogs? Let us just give it a quick Google search. Okay, can hilly regions have fog? Let us see. Yes, hilly regions are prone to fog, particularly upslope fog, which forms when winds force moist air upward along a slope. So, yeah, you can have fogs. This was a very new piece of information. I would have been very surprised if actually you would have been right about this, then but it would have added to my body of knowledge, so that is why I was curious about finding it out. Okay, so yeah, so in this case you can say that this is foggy. You mentioned the word hazy initially. For the
Mhm.
picture that you said, ultimately it was overcast weather, but
Yes, yes.
for this one you can say it is hazy, right? Or
Hazy.
hazy or foggy or misty. Okay, great. So, all right. So let us move to the speaking practice questions. The first one is: in which weather do you feel the most peaceful?
Windy.
Okay. And why do you think that is?
Because my abode is in open place. So I love that windy weather here, enjoying my coffee and standing in my balcony. So
So, do
I
you?
have cross ventilation at my home,
Uh,
north to south. And it
so,
seems pleasant because of greenery and open lawn in front of my house. So I love that windy weather, trees and shrubs taking a turn to and fro, and ample greenery and serenity is there. So I love windy weather. And wind chimes are also in balcony. That sounds very magical and
yeah,
sweet.
definitely. It has a very mellifluous sound. Certainly, I
Yes,
would.
mellifluous. Yes.
And you know, today we live with a lot of amenities around us. We have air conditioning uh, yeah, in the entirety of our house, but still, when you are exposed to the natural breeze, that is much
Yes.
more replenishing. That is much more revitalizing than the air that you receive from fans,
Mhm.
artificially that you create. So I can see where you're coming from. How about rainfall? What some people, they view rainfall and they're affected emotionally by it in a very disparate manner, in a very different way. Some people become depressed, some people feel down in the dumps when it starts to rain, some people start feeling romantic because maybe Bollywood has conditioned them to feel like
Mm,
that. Okay.
okay. I
And
have
some people,
different views. I
yeah.
have different views, like about rainfall, but it depends the place I am there at the time of rain.
Okay.
In Delhi, I feel dejected and gloomy because of its filthy and musty or dirty streets, overcrowded places.
Mhm.
Now, in where I am putting up in my this house place, I'm in suburban of Haryana, NCR. So
Okay.
I love rain here. Everything is sparkling new, like basically green plants and trees and lawns. We love that we have that view of California, because my society is such in that form. Every house is of the same shape, same size, same. I mean, identical houses are there, identical buildings, and open vast lawns add that cherry on the cake in rainy season.
Okay, so it kind of becomes very sprightly, very youthful, I would assume,
Yes,
when it rains right there, no?
yes,
So verdance of the environment kind of pops out. The
yes.
leaves of the trees, they acquire a more vivid hue, and the
You,
air.
yes, the color that flourish out, that is like they look like green new trees planted just now.
Truly. So, and that definitely has a revitalizing effect on people also. We have
Of
a
course,
very inherent bond with greenery, with verdance,
yes,
and
yes.
when we
And I
see.
love to read, sir. I love to sit in my balcony and I love to read novels or whatever thing I love means I want to. That maybe my subject textbooks or novel or anything. But I love to sit in balcony and enjoy that weather.
Okay. Okay, you're a person after my heart. I would really love to have that kind of a setting to engage in reading as well. But sadly, I live in a urban area, and all I have are dusty streets and noisy
Hmm.
honking
Hmm.
vehicles all around me. So, and this seems I feel a little bit envious. You having given painted such a rosy picture about
Yes.
that environment that you stay
Actually, it is a place to be visited, sir.
in. Okay, where
I'm
exactly do
not
you live?
exaggerating the situation or my place. It is worth stating the place where I am staying.
Okay, where exactly do you live? Like what place?
NCR,
Suburban,
NCR,
Haryana, NC.
suburban of Haryana. Yes.
What locality? Because
Locality
around
means
Delhi,
place
I've never.
name.
Yeah,
I live in Omex Gileria.
Comics Galeria. Okay.
Oh, you are going to Google it. I know. I know.
Because
Just
I've
have a
never
glimpse.
heard
You
anybody
will feel
say
that.
to me that our neighborhood looks like California. I've never heard
Oh,
anybody
lovely,
say
sir.
that.
Just have that
Make
pictures.
that
If
comparison.
somebody has posted pictures of rainy season,
Hmm.
you will see that I'm true to my word.
No, I'm not questioning the veracity of your statement, but I definitely want to witness it, firsthand. So I'll definitely Google it.
Actually, this place is most beautiful during the rains.
Hmm. Okay. So, harkening back to the time when you were an adolescent, did you have the same kind of sentimental response to rainfall, even like when you were a teenager? Or did you feel a little bit differently about rain back
Sir, actually, my home uh, in Delhi,
then?
my native place is Delhi.
Okay.
So there also I have this kind of lavish home with all around greenery and 500 square yard personal garden is there.
Mhm.
So I am from very well to do family and I am
As you
lucky to feel that I have same thing here also after marriage.
you come from old money.
Ah, yeah.
You
But
come
this
from.
is my hard earned money house.
Okay. This is the
This is
fruits of
not
your
my
labor.
ancestral property.
This is not your ancestral property.
No.
Okay. These are the fruits of your labor that you're enjoying
Yes,
today,
fruit of
right?
my labor. Yes.
Okay. All right, that's very nice. If I were in your position, I would probably not move a muscle to
Oh,
enjoy the fruits of my labor. I'm very petty like that. If I had wealth, I would not like really think about creating more wealth and becoming self-reliant. I would probably enjoy the wealth created by my ancestors, because somebody, my ancestors, they have created a lot of wealth, but all of that wealth is locked up in real estate. So you can only after engaging in investing in developmental projects, only then can you really receive some kickbacks or some benefits
mm-hmm.
from that. So I have never
So
actually
there is no
profited.
use of accumulating wealth if you are not
Uh,
able to enjoy it.
exactly. So that was exactly my point there. My ancestors created a lot of wealth, never enjoyed it. So I would take it upon myself to fulfill their part also, like the enjoyment
You
that they
should.
were not able to accomplish or receive in their life. Anyhow, I just kid. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, I think if we keep on moving with all the questions, we will not have time enough, because I also have a few idioms for you, related to
Okay,
weather.
let's start with the idioms.
Oh,
Embark
but
on that. phrases
No,
and idioms.
I am more interested in what you had prepared. So you had also prepared some phrases or something. So I want to hear them
Okay,
first. Yeah.
okay. My first idiom is to be a breeze. What does it mean? To be a breeze.
To be a breeze, I would assume this is to be like a pleasant presence in somebody's life. To be a breeze, or
It means to
something is
be
very easy.
easy.
Ah,
Easy.
that was the exactly the thing I was saying. Yeah. Okay, okay. I just missed it by 1 inch. Yeah. If something is a breeze, that means it can be
Yes,
done very easily without expending a
easily.
lot of effort, right?
Yes.
So, okay, like a walk in the park, for
Oh,
example.
yes. Yes,
Right?
unexpectedly easy.
How would you use it in a sentence?
The return trip from mountain, it was a breeze.
Okay, it was a breeze. All right. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. What?
Yes,
Do it.
to be on cloud nine,
Ah, this is
very
a very
common.
old one, a very common
Yes,
one. Is to be ecstatic, is to be euphoric, is to be really
extremely happy.
exhilarated. Yeah,
Yes.
to be on cloud
So
nine.
it's
Can you
very
think of any
common.
other idiom that could
Yes.
replace to be on cloud nine?
Um,
To be on top of the
world.
yes, to be on top of the world basically means the same thing. And
Yes.
there is something about clouds also, right? There is something
So
about over
that
the
is
blue.
a black cloud always have a silver lining. But
No, no, no.
the usage is different. That
Yeah,
is negative,
that is a
positive,
different
yes.
one. I was
Okay.
thinking about over the moon.
Over the moon, yes, 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 yes.
So to be on cloud line, to be cloud nine, to be on top of the world, to be over the moon. I think all of them
Yes,
represent the same sentiment, right?
yes.
Okay.
As right as rain.
This is just there is it's self-explanatory, right? To be as right as rain. So there are a
So
lot of as idioms in English. For example, as cool as cucumber, as busy as. Can you guess what comes after as busy
as bee, as busy as
as
bee,
busy as a bee? Yes, as white as snow, as dark as
snow.
coal. No, there are a lot of them like that. So it is
These are,
basically
sir, what we call similes.
yeah, kind of yeah, similes.
So
Yeah.
as right as rain means to feel fine and healthy.
Okay, it feels as right as rain. Okay, so for your
Yes.
health also you can use it, for
Yes.
something for a
If
conversation also
somebody
you can use it.
Yes, if somebody inquire about you, how are you feeling, then we can answer in that sense.
Great, excellent.
Uh,
Hmm.
to be snowed under.
Oh, to be trapped in a situation where you have no escape, that is snowing under. It comes, I think it's a North American thing. It's more common in
Mm.
the US. I know because a lot of times there is so heavy snowfall that it blocks the entrance and exit points of your house. So that
But
is
we can use it in our daily
yeah, in different
conversation or
scenarios.
daily routine. To
Yeah,
be
sure.
snowed under means to have too much to do.
To be overwhelmed with work, right? You
Overwhelmed. Yes.
too much on your plate, for example. You can,
Yes.
right? Okay, great.
Yes.
I'm really loving this. Yeah, keep it coming.
All wet.
All wet. Okay, that is a stumper. All wet. How would you use it? Try to use it in a sentence. I might be able to guess that.
Okay. My friend took me all wet.
Okay, this is something I've never heard of. My friend took me all wet. Okay, now okay, you got me there. I really have no clue what this means. So please enlighten me.
Completely mistaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is also North American. I may be all wet on this point. I have heard wet behind the ears. Have you heard this one? Wet behind the ears?
Ears.
Yes, ears.
No, 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 no.
Wet
I will
behind the
write
ears.
down.
So
Wet behind the ears
yeah,
means,
this means inexperienced, like an amateur.
oh, amateur. Okay.
No, green, for
Inexperienced.
example.
Novice. We can say novice.
Yeah, we can say novice as well. Wet behind the
Okay.
ears, someone who's naive, inexperienced, green,
Naive, naive. Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the word green also, like a green soldier is an inexperienced soldier, right?
Ha,
Like that.
green soldier.
Never.
Yes,
So
I
like
have
that
read
you can use it.
somewhere.
Wet behind the ears. It could be regarding that. No, it could be related to that. Wet behind the ears and all wet.
Okay.
Great.
And
So
so
today I learned
this
something
is
new. Hmm.
next one is under the weather. I know it is very commonly used nowadays.
Hmm. So tell me like different ones that you can use instead of under the weather.
Under the weather.
Instead of under, if
Mm,
you don't have to say under the weather, but it's so common. If you want to supplant it, to substitute it with something more impressive. So what would you go with? You can say,
uh,
have you heard out of sorts?
out of?
Sorts, SORTS, out of sorts.
No.
So this is one that you can say if you're feeling ill, if you're feeling agitated, you can say I'm out of sorts. You can say
SORTS.
yes, SORTS.
Okay.
You can say I'm feeling run down.
Run down. Okay, feeling run down.
Out of sorts is feeling, yeah, slightly unwell. You can say out of sorts. You can say run down. You can also say I'm feeling off color. Have you ever
Off
heard
color.
this one?
Ah, yes, feeling off color, it is
That's a little bit more
known to me. Yes.
slightly unwell. Okay, so great. So should I start now?
No,
Are you
no.
done with your
I
list?
have I have 4 5 more. In a
Okay, okay,
fog. In a
okay.
fog.
Try to
Very
use that
common.
in a sentence. Try to use that in a sentence.
After he heard the bad news, he was in a fog for a moment.
Okay, I would assume this is like flabbergasted. This is like unable to give a valid response, like a little bit confused or stunned.
Some sort of like in confusion, disoriented.
In a fog, yeah, disoriented,
Hmm.
confused. Yeah, okay. So
Yes.
that was easy to guess. Okay, not
Yes,
much of
yes.
a challenge.
And weather is permitting, it is also common. Weather permitting.
Weather permitting simply means that if the situations are correct, right?
Weather is fine. Basically, weather is fine.
It can be used apart from weather also. Weather permitting can be used in a like in a symbolic sense, in a figurative sense
Yes,
also.
symbolically we can use that.
So not exactly about weather. If all the conditions line up perfectly,
Hmm,
then
hmm, hmm, hmm.
we'll do this. Weather permitting, we'll meet tomorrow or something like that, right?
Okay. A breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air is a pleasant change of circumstance. That is a
Something
breath.
new and interesting comes in place.
Yeah. For example, the movies nowadays that are created by Netflix or OTT channels,
Netflix.
right?
Yes,
So
yes,
they
yes.
are trying to kind of break the mold that has been created by Bollywood. The formulaic kind of storytelling has now kind of evolved into more character-based stories and more engaging. So for those, we can say that they are like a breath of fresh air.
Now you give me two, three before the session wraps.
Steal someone's thunder. So today we
He
were talking
is.
about weather. Steal someone's thunder.
Okay, steal, steal.
Yes, steal someone's thunder.
That means you are stealing opportunity or
Not exactly.
credit.
This is like upstaging someone. Do you know what upstaging someone means? Suppose you are
Upstaging,
giving,
no.
suppose you are giving a performance, right? You are singing a song and people are really appreciating that. But I go to the stage and I start singing with you, and I'm a better, more experienced singer. Okay, so I
Oh,
take the limelight on myself. People start
showstopper.
appreciating me, kind of.
Showstopper, we can.
Yeah, a showstopper is somebody who
Who steal?
gets a lot of attention,
Upload.
right?
Yeah,
But
yes, attract.
upstaging someone is basically hogging the
Taking
limelight,
others' credit.
not others' credit, hogging the limelight, like taking the
Okay.
attention away from somebody else who was probably doing fine, but you felt jealous or you felt like you were not the